Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hey, we're going to get into composition of functions here. So, man, it's kind of a funky looking thing. It involves a little bit of algebra, but it's really not that difficult. I think the hardest thing is just recognizing what the notation means. In other words, being able to read the math. So, let's get into it, right? Now, as always, learning, man, not a passive activity. It requires active engagement. Watching a video, very passive. So, man, if you want to make use of your time, you really need to make sure you're taking notes. So you're pausing the video, you're writing down things, you're trying problems, you're writing down questions, answering questions, reviewing your notes, all those kinds of happy things. All right, I'll shut up now. Let's get to it. Here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing composition of functions. Let's see here. Oh, man. I'm trying to get this shadow gone right here. You see that shadow? Oh, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can't do here. Now, there's a little better, maybe. All right, anyway. It's good enough. So, see this little thing right there, that little circle? It's not multiply. Like this would mean that you take the function f and the function g and you multiply them. And in this case, the order doesn't matter, right? But this is different. This is called a composition of functions. And what that really means is, it means you take the second function that's listed and you plug that into the first one. And whatever this is, that's your input for the result. So the first thing you do is you do this first, and then you do that second. Well, here it's just x. You don't have anything to do, but watch. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So f of g of x. Another way of saying that is that you're going to take this function f. You see where the x is right here, you see? Do you see what I did? I put parentheses. I left a space because I'm going to take this other function g. I'm going to plug it in right there. Do you see? I just took x and I replaced it. So this is 6x squared minus 5. That's what f of g of x would be. And that's how you say it, f of g of x. That's it right there. Boom, done. So, thing is, you take the second function, plug it into the first. So on this one, I'm going to take f, I'm going to plug it into g. So g is this. So, yeah, let's see here. Let's see, all that goes together. G is 2x squared. Let's see, I got the square there, right? Now, f is 3x minus 5. So, I'm going to do that right there. Now, depending on where you're at, you might not know actually how to square. You might actually not yet know how to square this. And if you don't, it's fine. Just leave it like that. If you do know how to square it, hey, that's cool. So here's what I'm saying. Like, I'm suspecting that for my students that are freshmen, they don't know how to do this yet. They're going to learn it in a little bit. But a lot of people might already know that. So let's see. If we square this, we're going to get 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. Now, look, I don't care if you don't know how to do this. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. If you did, you would do it, and then you would go ahead and distribute. So anyway, that's what this one would be. So here's the idea. You plug it in, you do the math, right? You do the simplification by following the order of operations, and you're done. So now let's say we had this right here. What if we had h of g, hog of x? So that means that you take the function g and you plug it in right here. So you see we've got x squared minus 2x plus 3. Do you see? So I'm taking my function h. Into h I am plugging this in. So that would be 2x squared, and you do the math. So this right here, now be careful. There's an exponent for this 2 right here. That's a 1, and you have to multiply that times 2. So this is going to be 4x to the 4th minus 4x squared plus 3, and you're done. Do you see? Now, what if, this is going to be second to last thing. What if you had something like this? Yeah. So, here's what this means. This means, like, here's the best way to go about this. Like, what you would do is you'd normally plug in g of 3, and then take whatever that is and plug it into h. But since we already know what this equals, we could just plug in 3 here. It doesn't really matter. So that's 81. That's 324, I think, minus, 936 plus 3. Yeah, so this would be 327 minus 36, 291, I think. Let's see. Let's make sure, right? I have to borrow. That's 9. Yeah, 291. So now, what if we had something like this, though? What if we had, let's see here. What if we had f of g of 2? Check this out. There's two ways to do this. You can first, if you wanted, you could plug g into f, or you could first plug 2 into g. That's what I'm going to do. I would do that first. I would do g of 2 first. So that's going to be 2 times 2 squared, which is 8. Then I would take and plug that value into f, and that would give me 3 times 8 minus 5, so that's 19. So f of g of 2 would be 19. See how that works? Boom, done. All right, almost finished. We got one last thing we're going to do right here. Let's say we had a new function. Let's say this was 5 minus 2x. Let's say g of x was 3x plus 4. What if you had to solve this? What if it said solve for x? And that was what it told us. Well, here's what you'd do. You'd first figure out what this is, and then you'd set that equal to 11. So let's do that first. So here, you gotta take g, plug it into f. So 5 minus 2 times 3x plus 4 equals 11. Now we have to solve that. So that's no big deal. 5 minus 6x minus 8 equals 11. Don't those two make, these two right here make a negative 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Make sure you reduce. 7 over 3. Boom, done. Man, hope this has been helpful. Man, you guys are doing awesome. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.